thinking about how crazy it is that I've started to live a life that I dreamt for myself as a young kid. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it really has me thinking about how manifestation can really work. Do you guys believe in manifestation?
The religious part, I mean, like,
Yeah.
of course, when I have to do something, when I want something, when for any reason, like, I will rely to God,
Yeah.
of course. And in that way, it's kind of a form of manifestation,
Yeah.
I would say. So, yeah, like, I'm praying a lot, like, for house, for my family, for, like, I don't know, like, for example, I want to have a good life. I want to have, like, a good partner. I want to... like to grow in my career, like all those stuff, I will rely on God and I will just ask him, like, please make this happen. And like, I guess it's a form of manifestation.
It is,
Yeah,
it is for sure, yeah.
I think manifestation can be translated in different ways. Like for you, it can be, I really want to go to Dubai, and I don't know what is the process behind it that you're doing, but then it happened. For us, for me, for example, it's through religion and through like just relying on God and have faith.
And prayer. And
Through prayer.
So yeah, there is like different forms and shape of manifestations.
100%. I feel like there's many different forms. Like you can speak something, and this is why I always say, be careful what you speak into existence, because you can manifest good and you can manifest bad. So like, this is something funny actually that I recently told Anisa, because I forget things easily. Or at least I did. And I'll tell you why I did in the past. Because I've made a conscious decision to only speak into existence that I will not forget anything easily anymore. But I kept telling Anisa, like, oh, I have a short-term memory. I have a short-term memory. And then I was like, why am I saying this? Like, I don't actually want to manifest this for myself. And I really believe that what you speak, like, out loud, you speak into existence, you know? So I was like, okay, no, I'm changing my thought. I have an elephant's memory, because elephants have a very long memory. So me and Anisa were like, okay, we're going to start like boosting our memory back up by speaking it into existence.
Now I'm calling her elephant.
No, but you know where I kind of have a conflict with manifestation, because I do believe in it on the good days and or in praying, but then on some of the days I will have an issue with like, okay, manifesting and your thoughts are not physical, right? They are spiritual, mental, whatever. And how does it translate into the physical world? Like this, for example, that, okay, you might, I mean, not you, but people might have a short-term memory because of whatever reason, physical reasons, right?
Yeah.
Like, but still it can translate to, I mean, it has proved in my life as well that it translated into physical forms. Yeah. But it's just, for me, it's a concept that's so crazy that sometimes I will be like, okay, it might not be true, so whatever, I can think of whatever, and then, you know?
I get you. I mean, but this is why I'm saying some on the good days, you're like, oh yeah, I manifested this. Because most of the time, if you really start thinking, I feel like everything manifests in some form or the other. And for different people in different ways, like for me, a lot has manifested, not in ways I expected it to, but in ways that have worked out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, let's say I wished for a balanced life with my husband, where my family's okay, we're healthy. I may have wished for it in different ways. Like I had a different plan in mind, and that plan didn't work out, but the end result is still there. So in a way, I manifested it. Like I would write it down in a notebook. I would pray for it. I mean, I do kind of everything that you can do, except for like crystals and stuff. I haven't tried any of these things, but when it comes to just writing my thoughts down and like speaking into existence, like, yeah, for sure, I will repeat things like, I mean, like, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. Like, and I don't mean materialistic things. I just mean like goals or something. I don't know. Let's say my goal is to run 5 kilometers, which right now it is. My manifestation is like, okay, I'm going to find a way and I'm going to end up running 5 kilometers, you know? I might not do it on the first day or on the second day, but I'll end up doing it because I really believe in it so strongly. And that's actually what I feel like is behind the manifestation.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, like believing in something. Because for me, manifestation is really complex. Like it can be on a scientific way, or it can be also in the spiritual way. Like for me, it's both of it. Yeah. For me, God is the universe or my higher self. And yes, sometimes I pray for it. And maybe it's through meditation, through visualization.
Yes. Visualizing, yeah.
Yes. But sometimes it's just about believing in myself and like putting all these insights in my subconscious mind. Yeah. And once I start to believe that, yes, actually, like if I say it out loud, my subconscious will believe it, and that's why I'm gonna manifest it. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be anything spiritual. Like it's only like what you believe in and how you start to live your life because you believe in that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, how I kind of try to understand it was whenever I manifested bad things, it was actually me paying attention, giving energy or giving thoughts only to the negative things. Like, it's not that the good thing disappeared and I manifested only bad. It was more like I only paid attention and gave attention to the bad things. So I kind of continuously just kept myself in that bad mood. So it's manifestation, but also I feel like where you put your energy into and you kind of keep on attracting that energy because you want to only see that energy.
That's that belief system as well.
Yeah.
So but as Valentina was saying as well, I really believe exactly that. If you believe, like, how can I explain? I feel like just praying is not enough, right? Let's say we're speaking in religious reasons. You have to do your prayer, but I feel like as you pray, you visualize, and then after that, you have to also put your faith into it that it's going to happen. You believe it because now you've visualized it, and then you have faith that it's going to happen when it's meant to happen for you. I don't know how to explain that, but does that make sense?
And I think also, like, it's not just like you have to manifest, and sit on it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, let's say, okay, tomorrow I want to be a lawyer. Pray to be a lawyer. Manifest that one day you will be a good lawyer. But also you have to put the work in it. Like, you have to buy law books, go to that school, learn about it. Not like, okay, there's the manifestation, but there is also like you have to put a lot of work behind it to make it happen also.
100%.
So
yeah, but again, it's because, for example, with this lawyer example, like you want to become a lawyer, right? Like just starting to talk about it, you already putting this energy into yourself that you are interested in it. Like the more you talk about it, the more that you visualize it, you will start to do things that actually are leading you to become that lawyer, right? Like you will be more interested in reading the books. It's not only about like, oh, I have to read the books, but it will be so natural because...
Yeah, what I meant is that it's more like, okay, you manifest and you pray for it that it will happen, but it's also like you have to work towards it.
Yeah.
Like it has to be a work in progress to make it happen.
It's
like,
a mixture.
For example, and also like, I don't know where I read that, but like some people was like, okay, I'm going to manifest, and sometimes it doesn't happen. And I'm the kind of person who think that what is meant to be is meant to be anyway. If it happened this way, it was supposed to happen this way. And for example, let's say I wanted to be a lawyer, but now I'm a marketing person. It means that at the end of the day, I was supposed to be a marketing person. And like maybe the lawyer experience or whatever, if I become a lawyer, it would have been a bad experience. Or I don't know, for whatever reason. Like, for example, even I'm talking to myself, but about myself, I wanted to work in fashion industry. So I work in Zara, I work in those places. I even studied like a little bit of fashion. And then I realized that it was so competitive that I was like, okay, plan B. And then I went to hospitality because I was looking up at my sister and she was like, yeah, it's nice. And, like fashion industry and hospitality have kind of, like there is you can meet each other at some point. So I was like, okay, let me try this out. But it wasn't my plan at all.
I think you can also like just reroute your life in a way.
But this is why, like I'm saying, I feel like, how can I explain? You were just saying, something might not work out. But I think within all of that, you're still constantly manifesting because, like, let's say you wanted to go into fashion for a certain end goal. And now when you're doing, let's say, fashion, you realize, actually, I don't think this is for me. But you will still find a route to get to the other end goal. You know what I mean? And then, okay, let's say in the moment, like, you wanted to do fashion. You still ended up getting jobs within fashion. You started learning. So even though that wasn't what you wanted in the end, you were still constantly getting things towards that. You know what I mean?
I mean, I have a funny example. I always bring it up because it was my dream. I imagined myself being the happiest with an ocean view office. Like me being working in a place where I can see the ocean and the sea. And I know we are all laughing because we don't know what's going to come. And then I got a job where I literally could face 8 hours the sea. But I hated the job so much that I was like, really? Like, did I just manifest this? And it's kind of true, because I didn't pay attention to kind of manifest the end feeling, the happiness, the contentment, the balance. I only manifested the view.
Yeah, that's why they say that you have to manifest actually emotions and feelings.
Yeah.
Because, for example, you might want to have, like this lifestyle of living close to the beach, working there or something like that. But if you don't manifest the emotion with it, then it's going to end up really bad. Like, it can end up really bad. It's not going to be always bad only because you didn't manifest the emotion. But
but you have to kind of pay attention to how you want to feel. Like you want to pray or manifest in a way that you want good things to happen. You want a happy life, a balance.
Or actually, you can give more chances to yourself to manifest your dream life by manifesting only the emotion.
Yeah.
Because if you're manifesting something so concrete, like some
Fashion.
extra thing, then you can have like a really bad work in fashion, or like you can have the best job, which is not fashion related. It's close to fashion, but it's actually giving you the feelings that you want to feel.
That's really interesting. I love
so that's
that.
why, so to go back to that conversation, so I wanted to be in fashion, and then I went to hospitality and I did those internships. And for example, I was in Monaco working in PR, and I was doing the Cannes Festival, the Formula One. So it's kind of like this fashion, Hollywood kind of vibe universe.
Yeah.
So it was still related to what I wanted to do, like the end goal, not the right sector, but still the end goal being in marketing and being in this kind of universe, I would say. So when you manifest, it not always translates into what you thought it will be, but it's still like meeting the end goal in a way. Like, I'm still happy with what I'm doing.
I don't really believe in manifestation. For me, manifestation is kind of like a dreaming. You dream about. But there is a dream and there is a hard work. Like, I was dreaming to be a doctor, but I'm in marketing now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's just I don't believe in manifestation. But I support my friends who believe in manifestation. For example, Laura always texts me, "Oh, today the moon in this right place, in this from this time to this time you need to manifest." I was like, "Yay!"
No, I mean, because I mean. Yeah, if you would know me, other than my friends personally, I can be sometimes negative. I can be also positive. So I'm not always positive. But what I'm trying to, with those moons and whatever, it's not that I religiously believe that because of the moon.
It's like we have another friend of ours who is like also believes in manifestation, and they will be like, "Yes, today we need to manifest, talk in the present simple, like we already got it." And I was like, "Okay, I'm not the right person, but I would try."
Because I'm trying to, trying to encourage or trying to, keep your mind on the goal. Because I agree with you, it's hard work, how Naira said that you need to put in the work 100%. Like, you cannot just sit on the couch and
But it's the same with hard work. Like, you can work really hardly, but it's not going to pay off if you're not believing in reaching to your goal.
Yeah.
Like, you can,
Of course.
you can endlessly work on something, but you can never arrive to the goal, because
destination.
if you don't believe in it, I mean, what do you think about it? Like, you think if you are working towards something that it's not even your plan, or like, do you have at least plans in your life? Or
Yeah, I have a goals and I have a plans, but I wouldn't say I put 100% of my thoughts like, "Oh my God, like, give me this, I want this." No, I'm working towards that one.
But in the process of working, you kind of like trust yourself, like have the confidence and believe that because you're working on it, it will happen in a way.
Yeah.
So there is a form of manifestation beliefs in the hard work as well.
Yeah, because you're putting your thoughts into that dream.
You cannot just bluntly like, okay, I'm going to read this book to be a lawyer and just like mechanically learn the laws one by one without believing that what you're doing is something that will fulfill your life. And like, there's some form of belief.
I just feel like life has a lot of ups and downs in a sense. Emotionally, just life in general, everything has ups and downs. And you're not always going to feel motivated to work towards your goal. And I feel like that's when you have to come into that state of manifestation, visualization, or prayer and believe, like, any word you want to put to it. But you have to go into that state to really connect with it and be like, yeah, I got this. Like, now I see it again. Now I'm going to go for it. I feel like when you're reconnected with that goal, that's what then drives you to continue working hard. I don't know. I guess everyone is different. Some people are maybe just addicted to working hard. But for example, me, I would say I'm a workaholic, but I have a lot of down days where I'm like, but why am I doing this? Like, you know, and that's when I have to reconnect with my goal and then re-believe and re-manifest. And then it's like, I don't just manifest once. Like, I don't just go, okay, this is what I want. I'm going to get, because sometimes you don't, like, I feel like to manifest, you have to really believe. Like, if you just say, yeah, one day I'm going to have a big villa by the beach, and you don't believe it and you don't visualize it and you don't feel it like 100% in your bones and body and spirit, I really feel like it's not going to happen.
So what do you guys do when you lose yourself or you lose your end goal? Because this could happen a lot of times with me, that I wake up one day and I'm very calm because I know it's going to happen. I know I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
Everything is good. And then next day I wake up and I'm like, what's my purpose? What am I doing? And then I have troubles to kind of bring myself to the point. I mean, I will do my routines, yes, but I don't know what would be the easiest way to kind of believe in yourself again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people...
kind of motivation.
Yeah. Like,
I think that for everyone, it can be something different. But for me personally, like, in that moment, I put everything, because this happens, this is what I'm saying, like, it can happen a lot. This is why I feel like hard work is just not enough sometimes, because you lose purpose sometimes if you're just
anger now, for example.
Yeah. So in that moment, what I do, I put everything aside, my work, why, like, I feel like, okay, I'll get back to that in a second, but I put everything aside and I literally just say, I give all my worries to you, God. Like, I don't know, it sounds too simple, but in that moment, I remember that, like, for me, religiously speaking, God is the only one with power over my life, and he already has everything planned out for me. So I make that visual, like that realization of, you know what, let me not stress for something that's already written out for me. Like, it will happen the way it's supposed to. And right now I'm feeling this way because I'm trying to overthink something that's not mine to overthink.
I agree. And that's why we come, go ahead. Like, we come back to the, it's meant to be, what meant to happen will happen anyway.
Basically, how do you decide what to manifest? Like, if you believe in your story being written, then why do you even want to manifest things?
To get there on the best route possible, you know what I mean? Like, I do believe that there are things that's gonna happen and it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but
you can still take the long route and like go through challenging things because you are being sidetracked, or you can do it.
And I guess it's not even just about the route or long or short route. It's just that you're human, you're gonna want things. Like, it's impossible not to want things. So, and when I say things, again, I'm not just speaking materialistically, just in general. It can be a holiday, it can be your mom being well, it can be, you know, like anything. You are only human. It's obvious that you're gonna want certain things because life is like this. It throws things at you and then you're like, okay, actually I really would want this, right? It could be anything. So in that moment, it's natural for you to want to manifest something or manifest towards that thing or anything. You know what I mean? Like, let's say my family is having a health problem and all I want is for my family to be healthy. Like, that's my end goal. It's like, how can I get my family to be healthy? Then I'll manifest towards that. But of course, at the very end of the day, whatever will happen, like, I won't get mad. I won't get, like, I'm only natural. I have emotions. But at the very end of the day, I'll always try my best to be like, okay, this was God's plan for a reason. And I trust in it.
Sounds like you are not going to want to manifest something unless it's meant for you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like...
That's why it goes together. Like,
I mean, it makes sense.
You have to manifest. Like she said, we are all humans. So, of course, we want things. Like, it's not silly thing like, I want an ice cream, so I will manifest the ice cream. But
you never know, actually. I have manifested my security door opening downstairs. I've been like, oh, I forgot my key to open the door. Please, like, someone is going to walk out. I don't know who, but the door will magically open for me, and the door magically opens.
Oh, wow.
You can manifest. So there are some silly things like this.
But yeah.
Like, to me, it's
deeper.
really like, you work towards something, you want thing, but parallelly, how do you say, like, in parallel, like, there is also this God plans that was already written for you, and like, it's written as you go in life. Like, I don't know how to say it. So that's why it goes together.
I mean, to me,
So
God,
basically, you wouldn't want it if it wasn't meant for you, which makes sense.
Yeah.
To me, it's also God.
It's tricky.
I mean, I think it's a bit too human to think that God wants you to have a villa or God wants you to have a Ferrari and have a nice 9-to-5 job. God usually, what I would think, I mean, he's not human between us, right? He would want you to be happy or content or abundant or, healthy, like these sort of things.
I believe in this so much, but I always say, actually, this is something that I learned from a tour guide in Zanzibar. We asked him like, how much salary would you need to earn to live a happy life? And he was like, you know what? I'm happy with what God gives me because he knows to provide me with whatever I need. Anything other than that is just a want. And that hit so deep. I was like, wow, like we are materialistic humans out in this westernized world. Like, like it hits you deep. And I'm just saying, like, it's not wrong to want things. But when you connect even deeper with God, you realize that, you know what, like, I'm good. I have a roof over my head. I have food. My parents are fine. My husband is fine. I'm healthy. I'm good. Like, anything on top of this is just a bonus.
There is this quote that I really love that you want it so bad because your future self already has it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's basically the same thing that
Yeah.
you're saying. Like, it's meant to be because God already has it for you. Like, I mean, he's had...
I have a
Janet
challenge
is
for you.
actually right. Like,
Yeah.
it's exactly what we meant when we say, like, there is the God's plan and there is, like, this manifestation process and the prayer to make it happen.
But I never thought about this quote in this way. Like, you could think about it this way as well, but I don't know.
You see,
My
you need
mindset
your
was
religious
different.
friends for this.
Yeah, because we couldn't find the words for it. So you found the words for it. I was like trying to explain, but I felt like I was going around in circles. Like, okay, how get my thoughts out?
So can I have a question to Anisa, though?
Yeah.
Because you are the one who believes in hard work, which is, I think it's very admirable, because I think I sometimes lose my hard working skills.
And Anisa is very hardworking, by the way.
Yeah, my question, and I know it can be a bit tough, but what do you... So if you work hard enough, why would something not happen? Like, what do you... Because with belief and with God and with spirituality, you kind of can explain if something goes sideways. But you, as like a pragmatic human, what do you what do you think? Like, if you work hard enough, why are you not already a billionaire? You know what I mean?
Maybe because I wasn't working hard enough.
No, I mean, I'm sorry, maybe it's a bit deep. I don't want to get too deep, but do you really think that it's because of that? Because I definitely see you and you work hard enough.
Yeah.
She's right. Like, there's people that are not working as hard as you, and they are achieving things because I feel like they're adding this form of manifestation that maybe you're missing.
Well, maybe there is a manifestation, or maybe there is someone who's pushing them towards that.
Yeah.
What do you mean,
I want to
someone?
understand, like,
Connection.
so when you wake up, so what is your mood? Like, what do you think about? Like, what is your...
To survive,
To get through the day.
to wake up tomorrow, to have my lunch, to have my dinner,
Do
talk
you feel
to
like
my
you're
mom.
very present?
Yeah, sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Probably she's
I mean-
more present than us. She's
I mean,
always thinking about the future and manifesting, like...
honestly, I don't have my 5-year plan, if you ask me. I don't put my dreams and my hopes and my, I don't know, manifestation into his hand. And I just work hard for it.
But like, okay, you're working hard, let's say, for your next goal. But do you really do you see yourself in that goal? Like, do you see, all right, in a year's time, I'm going to be let's say in your job, you have a certain role now, and I know you're working towards another role. So do you see yourself, like, in a year's time, managing that role, like a boss? Like, yeah, I'm going to do that role, and I'm going to tell them what they have to pay me for that role because I'm going to be so good at that. Like, do you see that? Or do you just
go with the flow?
Or do you just see, like, yeah, I'll get the role when I'll get the role. I just keep working hard.
No,
Like,
that's, I think, more first part that
so
I'm
that's
going...
a form of manifestation. You are visualizing yourself in that role. You know that you're going to be great at that role. You put your belief and your hard work into the fact that you're going to get that role. So it all goes hand in hand.
I mean,
I
she's
love how we're trying to get the manifestation out of her, like be converted.
No, but maybe like, you know, you don't believe in it because you don't realize that you're actually already doing it. And then if you realize you're actually already doing it, you could be doing it in a greater form. That's why if you really don't want anything to do with it, I mean, that's on you at the end of the day. Everybody has to make that spiritual awakening.
I think it's also she's putting in the intention though. Like, I think it's...
Okay, for me, it's like manifestation is the same as dreaming.
Yeah, so
That's
in her vocabulary,
like, in my
But what's wrong with dreaming?
But in my understanding, you are manifesting as well, just in a different way.
Yeah, maybe like
dreaming.
I'm dreaming. Like I have my dreams. I wanna, I don't know, like have what I wanna have.
A villa in Italy.
I don't know.
But you are manifesting with the hard work. That is a form of manifesting because
Putting
you
in the intention in
you believe that you will reach your goals by working hard towards them.
As long as you put in the hard work and you dream, I feel like you're gonna achieve big things anyway.
But are you dreaming? Because
yeah, of course. I do always dream. Like I'm dreaming living in Italy with my sexy husband.
Which, by the way, is not impossible. It's not impossible because I think Laura would probably live in Italy at some point. And it's, you know, like God puts things into place. He plants the seeds and then the plants bloom.
I will run our boutique hotel and you will live with your husband there.
I did just want to get some last few words in regards to like some forms of manifestation that you do that could maybe help others learn how to manifest.
I would say meditation mostly, and there are different ways of meditate. Like I meditate through yoga, or like I'm just sitting down and thinking about things. Like, but for me, it's mostly about, I do write down things sometimes. I don't really believe that that's the best way of manifesting, but for me, it's more like just visualizing and believing and actually having those feelings and emotions that I want to feel in the future. That's how I do it.
Yeah. What's like one thing that you know, like, do you feel like everything in your life you have manifested?
Oh, many things, like living in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I came here, I had this feeling. It wasn't like a home feeling, but I had this feeling that I was meant to be here, and I knew that I was going to be here in the future. But for me, it's just so interesting, like manifestation and instinct, like these things come together in a way. Like maybe I wanted to manifest to live in Dubai because I could feel that's meant for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely living in Dubai or living abroad, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's funny because now that you ask this question, I'm like, actually, we all have that conversation of, oh my God, we missed the TikTok era, we missed the influencer entry and stuff like that. And now we are sitting doing a podcast and we go on YouTube and we would have all those platforms. So it's kind of a manifestation in a way because I was like, oh my God, I wish I was an influencer, travel once or whatever. And now this is happening and I was not even expected. Like you would have told me that in like 2 years ago, oh my God, you're going to have a podcast? I was like, sure. But now that it's happening, and even I have this conversation with my family, like my mom was like, yeah, okay. My sister was like, oh, really? Like, how did this happen? Like, no one was expecting this. So it's so funny, like, okay, I was not the influencer that I was supposed to be, like starting in 2009, like everyone else, but it's still happening. In my own time.
Yeah, and this is what I mean. Like whatever happens, like it happens in a way that's meant for you. So it's like when you really think about it, things just come into place in a way that are meant for you. Maybe not in a way that you imagine. Like I know that when you're saying, oh, I wish I was an influencer, we're talking about those great US influencers that are making like $100,000 a month. Me too. I want to sign me up. But at the same time, things come in a way that are meant that is meant for you, and that's beautiful.
Yeah, and I think also like if you have a dream, like what we just discussed with Anisa, is be ready for the dream to happen, is put in the hard work. Like the way I try to manifest is usually just, what would I do if I would already have that dream life? How would I act? What would be my routine? Like, for example, I have a dream body goal that I want to achieve. I will already start eating the way she would eat. So those are the hardworking things that I would do so that I'm ready for when I finally manifest it or achieve
Actually,
the
right
dream?
now I'm realizing the stuff I'm dreaming is not what I want to manifest into my life. Like, you know, sometimes like, okay, I'm little overthinking person, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah. So sometimes I was just thinking, what would be if I had the water bending skills? And I started dreaming about that, and I was like, no.
Water what?
Oh, what?
Water bending, like
What is
The
superhero stuff.
Okay, yeah, but right. Like you probably not become that.
Me neither.
And to close this conversation, like I really hope you guys, even you and Nisa, don't manifest, will have whatever you want in life.
Yeah.
Like all your dream will come true, inshallah, and that you will have the life that you dreamed about all your.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really hope that it will happen.
Me too, guys. Me too. And I just wanted to say that I manifested this friendship group.
As you all did. It wasn't cheating.
And Checha Chicas.
Yes.
Our online friendship group too.